after immediate passing and our student getting a salary, there is a difference. Because our students in most possibilities are just 6 months trained. Of course, if you look at the overall trend, all those who have got salaries beyond 7 to 8 lakhs are already having some sort of experience. So students, I would definitely request you to kindly think it over. Yes, passing out the final examinations is definitely has to be the top priority, but that does not mean that you should spend the entire time only on your studies. You have to have some practical exposure. Communication is one point which is definitely needs a lot of improvement. Now, as far as the communication is concerned, let me tell you a secret. See, over the last 8-10 years, I must have addressed hundreds of such programs of students as well as members. Believe me, even today, when I am here talking to 100 students, there are butterflies in my stomach even today. So, you need to forget this particular fear. In fact, when I started on the managing committee of Pune chapter, maybe 12-13 years back, more than that, there were certain things at the back of my mind. What do I want to do? Working for the chapter, region and the center. And one of the hidden agendas which I had a huge stage fear. Entire my school career as well as college career, I have never been on the stage. So that had to be removed, and one of the ways to do that was to come on the stage. That was the only way to do that. About mountaineering, I had a huge vertigo problem. I could not look down from the first floor balcony. And I tried several ways, but I was not successful. Then I decided to go to the Mount Everest base camp in 1995. After doing that particular trek, I have no fears now. So the idea is, you have to conquer your fears. Don't run away from your weaknesses. You have to ensure that you overcome those weaknesses. As far as the placements are concerned, I have touched upon that. As far as the practice is concerned, over the last 3 years, I have the data for the last 3 years, the growth in the number of practitioners across India is more than 35%. And mainly because of the new avenues, apart from the cost audit which are opening up. Number one is the internal audit, which is where we are at now at par with any other profession. The GST, the entire law, if you look at it, we are at par with any other profession. There is a new area opening up for the insolvency professionals, valuation professionals. So all these put together, there has been an improvement, substantial improvement may I say, in the avenues that are available to us cost accountants in the practice also. And that is the prime reason why we have about 35% rise in the number of practitioners over the last 3 years. Lastly, I would just ask you a question. Do you know who is the CMD of Steel Authority of India? Sorry? Okay, do you know what is Steel Authority of India? Okay. Do you know who is the CMD of ONGC Videsh? No. So, students, and there is one more company, National Fertilizers Limited. The CMDs of all these three are cost accountants. So, Anil Kumar Chaudhary, CMD of Steel Authority of India, the largest steel company in India. Manoj Mishra, CMD of NFL, National Fertilizers Limited, and Vivekananda ji, the CMD of ONGC Videsh. These are all cost and management accountants, and that is where you can reach. That is what this profession can. You have to target that. Don't settle for anything less than the best. So all the best to you, and I once again congratulate Pune chapter. Just one small, Pune chapter is coming up with a new building of its own, and I already visited it, and it's definitely one best in India as far as our various infrastructure is concerned. And we have an auditorium over there. What I see is that auditorium you are not going to satisfy our requirement. 150, 200 is not what we should be targeting at. Let us aim that our next few programs, the Pune chapter grows to a level where even that auditorium is not enough for us. All the best.